in that we are at day 23 remaining before I lose my beard. Ian could not join us today, unfortunately. He is actually at a track meet, watching his kids compete, I think, and I think it's a cross country meet, and his cell phone did not deal well with Restream. So just keeping everybody up to date. We'll make it really quick today on where we are. When we started this a year ago, and started really kind of pushing it back in March or April, I genuinely wanted to hit 100,000, and we're already 7/10 of the way there. We're at 70%. We're at 70,570, I believe. Day 23 remaining, and this is going to be a call to action. I would really, really like to get people to make donations, to chat in the chat with me, if you will. I'm here by myself. But we're getting the checks out. We've got the recipients are starting to receive the benefits of these funds, and I genuinely would love to hit the $100,000 mark if we can. So I want to show off a video that we made, and if you guys are there and can chat with me, please do. But I'm going to show off a video that we made at Pax8 Studios that they interviewed a bunch of people, and so let's get there without further ado. All right, so have a listen.
Myself, Carrie Richardson, my wife, and Matt Lee put this thing out into the world. And Carrie said, "Hey Matt, like you've got this beard, why don't you come on up to the barber and shave it off?" And Matt said, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm quite partial to my beard. It's kind of my thing. Cyber Matt Lee, beard banter. It's in my logo." Carrie said, "Well, what about for money? Would you take it up?" "No, it's not a monetary thing. I'm not interested in shaving for money." And she said the magic words, which is, "What about for charity?"
I am, which I have to admit, to Ian's point, ridiculous that's what it took to destroy my beard. I think she has an ulterior motive of this, because it seemed to escalate from "I'll pay you" to "now we can do some greater good." I don't know that those were on same corollary before that. I really think there's beards in general as an overall outcome. I am now working towards driving cybersecurity for the masses. I'm also, unfortunately, going to be losing my beard very soon.
I'm very concerned about Matt Lee's future with losing his beard.
He's going to compensate for the lack of beard with even more conversation, which terrifies me.
Matt Lee looks like a guy who just walked.
Now, wait a minute, Cole. Like, if you're listening or watching right now, bro, like, you're not wrong, right? Like, now I'm going to be able to, unencumbered by the weight of the beard, move my lips even faster than they move now, with just absolutely the same level of eloquence, I hope. So you may be onto something there, brother. But
out of a mountain
for sure,
after trying to forge a battle axe that's going to kill a dragon.
My question is whether or not hair is going to magically appear everywhere else.
Bob Coppage, zero chance, or at least not the places where I would prefer hair does appear, right? So I would not wager this is coming back as a result of these endeavors, but it'd be pretty neat.
Specifically on the top of his head.
I'm not sure he's going to lose his superpowers, but he's going to look like 12. I think it's going to be shocking, the baby face that's underneath that beard.
How long have I been growing this beard? It's been about 5 months now, I think, total. And
that blows my mind, Mike Jones. Like 5 months? This is my 3-year beard. Like, that's crazy. I'm blown away. I hate you. I hope mine grows back that fast. I'm going to be hiding all of December.
Quite attached to it.
So I actually haven't been clean shaven since 2008. My daughter, who's 13, has never seen me without a beard.
And to put that in perspective, that was when Vince Chrysler left the White House. So he hasn't been clean shaven since he left the White House. He's a kind of a definition there, right? So
by far the longest I've ever let it go.
I think the last time I was clean shaven was probably 15 years ago.
I one time lost a bet, and I had to shave down to only a mustache, and I looked ridiculous.
I have a fiance, and she can't wait for this thing to go away, but it was good for a good cause, so she agreed to take one for the team.
She understands it's for a good cause, so she will bear with it. But every time I shave, there's always this look of disappointment. Like, I'll see you in a couple months when it's back.
Breaking news from the Pax8 Live News.
All right, so I'll address a couple comments here. Eric, I would prefer and might even ask you not to do that. Now, Eric Taylor's actually been stupid generous on this. He donated the first 15,000 that got it started, and then as ConnectWise got their 15,000 in to equal his, he has now put in 500 more to make it 15,500. I've updated that on the most recent graphic, but he did want to stay just ahead, right, in that monetary donation, and I got to take my hat off to you on that one, Eric. I saw that. That was pretty funny, but awesome. And then Martin goes, "Hey, shaving beards makes me sad. Happy to support the cause, but seeing the beard get shaved will crush my soul a little bit." You know, Martin, I appreciate that. That's why I'm doing this, is it's going to crush my soul a lot of bit, but that lot of bit is equally offset by the amount of good that we're getting to do as just stupid cybersecurity people with beards, right? It's the earnest thing. I'm blown away. So mine and yours both. Samson cut his hair. You know, the benefit might be, though, if I lost all my cybersecurity prowess and I stopped being a cybersecurity educator and I stopped being a driver of change in our world, I'd go ride the crap out of my motorcycle. So potentially, maybe that's true. I hope not. I'd like to keep my mission going. But if so, I would certainly spend some time traveling the world on my motorcycle. So yeah, let's hope I'm staying in cybersecurity, but we'll see. All right, back to it. They did such a good job on this video. I'm blown away. Like, it blows my mind.
The anti-beard shave protesters are taking it to the streets. Despite the good vibes of raising cash for charitable causes, these chin garden enthusiasts are in living fear of the...
I am a chin garden enthusiast. I do loves my beard, so he's not wrong, but it's hilarious.
The fallout of follicle follies. Please donate to the cause early and often, but be wary of facial hair fallout.
I'm not a ZZ Top fan, although I do get asked about that all the time.
I would prefer Van Halen over ZZ Top any day.
The two things that people always bring up are either ZZ Top or Duck Dynasty.
I am a ZZ Top fan, yes.
I definitely enjoy their amazing beards in general. I don't think I could ever get to that level.
Can you not be a fan of ZZ Top? I mean, if you're not, I just don't think you're very cultured, and you should really go check yourself.
I want to stop here and we'll drop the music for a second, but let's really quickly go through the charities. Women Who Code has gotten their first $10,000. Hackers for Vet is now 100% complete with their $20,000. We've got Diversity Cyber Councils at $10,000, Bits and Bytes at their $10,000, and Bike Walk Wichita's at their $10,000. We will be cycling back around yet again now that we have completed the first round, and we'll be getting out another check as soon as we get over the top of the GoFundMe fees donation. But Women Who Code, fantastically cool organization. They do something like 5,000 webinars a month across the globe in every language imaginable, just about, to try to drive women in our kind of industry, in the cybersecurity and coding and STEM in general, in that industry around cyber as well as coding. Hackers for Vets is Mike Jones's charity. He talks about this in here in just a minute, but it's a pretty awesome charity. Essentially, they are doing donations to make scholarships for exiting military members to get into cybersecurity and to take advantage of kind of having this ability to kind of scope it based on an essay and help give it where it's most needed. It's really neat kind of a way to do it. Diversity Cyber Council is in Atlanta. Odie Gray, if you're out there listening or watching, he actually has a really awesome charity that he's bootstrapped out of his own cash for the last couple of years, where they are actually taking kind of underprivileged youth and giving them laptops and certifications and training and programming around being cybersecurity. Bits and Bytes is Kayla. She actually started, and she's a speaker that has now created a lot of content for consumables for 8th grade and younger grades around cybersecurity and risk and things like that. And it's really cool because she did a TED Talk when she was like 13. I think she's only 21 now, but very, very cool charity. And then Bike Walk Wichita is actually just a personal favorite. I was on the board for a while, and Bike Walk Wichita is after my heart. And they're not in cyber, but they are working with homelessness and addressing homelessness in the city of Wichita, Kansas. So, yep, very, very awesome. I just wanted to touch base on those, but then we'll get back to the video real quick.
A beard, like, you ask anyone on here, they're going to say, yeah, it's a beard. Like, it's facial hair. It's not really a sacrifice, but it's reflective of that giving, putting others first mentality, which I think we could all learn from.
I picked the charities on purpose to be around cybersecurity and as much around diversity, in the sense that we do not solve this cybersecurity challenge with the pieces that we have on the board today.
Encouraging
I
things.
genuinely mean that. And the reason I focused on diversity in these charities is that we need more diverse, neurodiverse, different backgrounds, people that come from different skill sets, people that aren't directly technical, people that are directly technical. But we need a good mix of humans, and we don't have quite that mix today around cybersecurity, and it needs to continue to grow. So that helps set why the focus was where it was for me.
Things like diversity and cybersecurity, I think, are really important. Cybersecurity, it's different than a lot of other career fields. We need people that think differently about the problems, they're creative.
My charity is Hackers for Vets, which happens to be my charity.
The one that was the reason that I got involved was Hackers for Vets. So my father was in the Navy, retired Navy guy. So just kind of hit home for me.
With a daughter, a young daughter myself, that already is pressing all the buttons on every piece of technology she can get, there's a very real possibility she'll enter this. I would like to have the same opportunities available to her that were made to me.
So I think they did a great job in picking some very worthwhile charities, and honored to be able to assist in those.
Put others ahead of ourselves is something that I think the country could benefit from, especially in the turbulent environment that we live in today. Like it's a role model lesson, and I'm definitely trying to pay as much attention as I can to it.
Put yourself out to be loyal to something else other than yourself, something bigger than you.
All right. Here's my ask. I'll shut up with the sappy video in the background and all that, but I'd love to help get the message out. I'm going to share a link and give you the link to that video so you can share it as well. I'll put that in the chat here in a second, and I'll pin it up there so everybody can see it. But please, if you don't have the ability to donate and you can't help out in that way, help me spread the message. Start a post in YouTube or on LinkedIn. Start getting the message out by sharing that video, sharing that link to that video, and help me get more and more views on that video, so that we can show people what we're trying to do in a very easy and simple way, and as well as help get us over that threshold, right? We're right there at 70,000. I don't want to run out of steam now. If you are with a vendor and you're watching this, whether it's now or after it's recorded down the road, and I see your names on there, so I know you do, I'd love to ask that you help out if you can. We've had quite a few good corporate sponsors. Eric Taylor really set the line. ConnectWise has crushed it. DropSuite has crushed it. Servosity has crushed it. We're getting a lot of really great donations in that regard. And so we want to make sure that we get more of you involved, so we make our goal, so we can tell a bigger story, and maybe we can even amplify this. Maybe we can use those dollars to draw dollars in that are outside this channel, and that's Ian's big visit, or big thing. And Eric Taylor, I'm having to beat him off with a stick on giving us the rest of the money, and I'd love to see that effort not fall just on his shoulders. And I'd like to make this a call to action of, listen, go out there and help me out. Let's do some corporate citizenry. Let's try to all give back. And, if you don't like those charities, give me a holler. Maybe we try to put you in a later round where you're donating to a charity that you specifically would like to donate to, and we do it under the auspices of this conversation. But yeah, that's all I've got. I'm not going to keep everybody. I've had some great chat. It's good seeing everybody. I appreciate you. Thank you for helping me get this far. Ian and Carrie, we're murdering beards. There's 17 of us that are going to all lose our beards here pretty soon, right? And it's got to be for a good cause, and I'd like to make the impact that we promised to make, and that would be getting us to every single charity we picked, all 5 of them, getting $20,000, which means we just finish out the rest of this round, and we're where we need to be. And all these people won't lose their beards just for 70,000. We'll do it for what we said we were going to do, and that's the difference between task-oriented and goal-oriented, right? And our goal is to make the impact we said we're going to make. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate y'all being here. Let me throw up these links real quick. This is the link to donate, which is the cybermattlee.com/GoFundMe. And then there's also a cybermattlee. I'm typing in right now. go.cybermattlee.com/shave video. And that shave video one is the one that that ties into the YouTube video I just shared. And the call to action on that is, if you aren't going to donate, which would be the /GoFundMe for donation, then please help me share the message, right? Put a post on LinkedIn, put a post on Facebook, tag myself, tag any of the other members that you'd like to tag from the website, and help me get the video out. So I'd love to see anybody watching this share my video, help us out. It'll have all the information they need to get back to the actual donation site. And if nothing else, it helps us gain awareness about what we're doing, what we're trying to do. And what this really hopefully turns into, and this is Ian and ConnectWise's big plans, is to turn this into an annual thing where we continue to drive more and more growth and more of the philanthropy aspects of giving back, right? Our attorney today online said, there's profits. And profits themselves are not inherently bad. They're cool, but how you take profit and what you do with it is what really shows the merit of a company. And when you start looking at, yes, we all profit, we all did well, but we also helped those less fortunate than us. And we also gave back to the community around us and built more, especially in the cyber capabilities and all the struggles we face here. This is in our own best interest. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everybody. I will see you next time. And